We're just gonna record and see where we go.
Because into some nice vocal.
Bum 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 bum.
To sit in solemn silence on a cold, dark duck in a pestilential prison with a lifelong lock, awaiting the sensation of a short, sharp shock from a cheap and chippy chopper on a big black block.
Snap back to reality.
Good morning, Ichigo. Welcome to IBleach Podcast about bleach, but also it's really about Chad. My name's Kyle, and I like Chad.
Hi, my name is Zach. Welcome to the podcast. I fucking love Chad.
Hi, I'm Tyler. Welcome to the podcast. I fucking love Chad. Oh.
All right, yo, I'm Nathan. Wrapping up the podcast. I'd have Chad's babies. He's a real Chad, unlike that virgin Ichigo.
So at this point, is Chad just everyone's favorite character?
No, but
He really is my favorite character.
At this stage, Chad is my favorite
correct.
character.
Going into it, this is where Chad's like, that dude. Well, we should go through a chronology episode.
Yeah.
But like, he's super sick right now.
Chad fucking rules.
Chad's getting pushed.
He's awesome.
He took a steel beam to the head and just fucking shrugged it off. He rules.
I think I have that in my listeners. If you can hear it. Show notes.
Ooh. This week he has notes because I don't.
I did not take notes yet.
Hey, at least 2 people on the podcast at a time have to have notes, apparently.
Consistency.
I have notes, but they are a fever dream. I don't remember writing any of these. It was like 4 hours ago.
At the end of the last one, we talked about how it's just introducing Ichigo, and then the next couple of episodes are setups for characters, and that's what we got here. And I think that's super awesome because what we first see Orihime.
Yeah,
What a he made.
What's her last name? Because we're watching
Fucking
that.
Inoue.
Ori.
Orihime Inoue.
Inoue.
Because it was one of the, that fucks with me so much because I watched this in English the first time through, and like them going by their last names, I'm like, what is happening? This is very strange.
Yeah, it's just Japanese culture.
Yeah, it definitely threw me off the first time when people started not calling Ichigo by his name Ichigo.
Yeah, they call him Kurosaki. And
Yeah, I'm like, whoa. Like, I know this, but
Yeah.
what?
Also, real quick,
They call Chad though. He's just
because his real name is Sado, but it's fuck, you just call him Chad.
Yeah, they say that once exactly, and otherwise it's just Chad.
Yeah, so real quick, before we get into it, next time you guys watch this intro, I noticed this watching it this time. You know how every character kind of gets their own outfit?
Yeah.
Can we talk about how Ichigo's dad has a just huge flowery blouse shirt?
Yeah.
Watch out for that. He's got a huge flowery blouse shirt, and it's bitchin'.
That's what I said in the last episode. His minors in Hawaiian shirts.
Dude, this turned into fucking like fashion souls of Bleach. Is that what's happening?
Okay, to be fair, dude, Bleach is very fashion. We talked about this.
Yeah.
I guess.
We could spend a lot of time just on the opening, which is still good.
Like, didn't his dad start the first, like, episode 2 just by attacking him in his sleep? In a big flowery shirt.
I have literal notes here. Even sleeping, Ichigo is stronger than his dad.
And it rules.
He's finally surpassed him. This when he like kicks his ass out of bed.
This ultimately. So, as this episode starts, we get Ichigo just going to high school because this is an anime. You can't have an anime without going to high school.
Right, yeah. I mean, because that's when he bumps into her and Taki.
I can never remember her name.
Hey, but they introduced their names really quickly this episode. We got them
almost immediately.
Immediately.
Yeah.
I was like, I have my stopwatch ready, and then it started.
It's like he hit a female, gave her name immediately. Oh, it's like 3 seconds.
Tatsuki is the other girl.
Tatsuki.
She looks like Tracer, so you know they got T's.
So
mnemonic device. Yeah.
So this is a weird thing that I like is that the first time you see Orihime, you get her talking about weird food that she likes.
Yo, yeah, like ramen with what, wasabi and peanut butter? Is that what it was?
It's just dumb. It like
weird.
You get this character.
Okay, we gotta try some of her recipes though, right? Like,
oh yeah.
Before a podcast, or eating it on podcast, that'd be really fun.
Not on podcast, but we'll
mouth sounds.
we'll eat it. We'll eat it preemptively and talk about it because some of those things. But you definitely get a feel for the character. You definitely get a feel for the character being very strange.
Yo, she's just ditzy tits. I think is that what she's supposed to be?
Yeah.
But it tracks though because she's been alone for however long. Like, of course, she like makes whatever food she thinks is good. Like, I like.
How does she have that fucking house? Do they explain that?
Anime.
Okay.
Anime kids have house. Throughout the rest of the episode, Ichigo meets most of these characters. You meet a lot of his friends. Rukia is introduced being in the school for reasons.
Yeah, with the dumb "say something and you die"
make a scene and you're dead. Can we talk about how whenever it pans over to Chad for the first time, you just get him literally towering above everyone else, going, "Hey, what's up, Ichigo? Hey, what's up, Chad?"
Yeah, it's Chad.
He
jumps out in every frame that he's in.
Yeah, because he's fucking huge
and like not albino white like the rest of the guys. Like, yeah, he's got skin tone as compared to everybody else.
Chad is a big boy.
Chad is fucking sweet.
And compared to any character that you could immediately tell is a non-main character, like the other two of Ichigo's friends, they all strike me as very lame and boring. But the moment you see like Orihime and Chad, you're like, those characters are pretty interesting, and they got something going on.
Are there any other characters introduced?
They're very obviously main characters.
The like I said, Ichigo's two friends, like the little frumpy one and the guy who's always growing like this and like Ichigo.
They're there.
Yeah, they're kind of they get some better play later, but we get Ichigo. Well, we get Rukia taking Ichigo outside, explaining
how to be a Soul Reaper and like a random attack happens.
Yeah. Well, no, she's like, "Yo, you ready to be a full-time Soul Reaper because you took all my powers?" And he's like, "Yo, fuck that. That's stupid." So he just straight up refuses to be a hero.
And then she just shoves his soul out of his body.
Yeah, all around the dumb glove thing. Yeah.
Rules. I love that. I think it's fucking hilarious the first time it happens.
I think it's weird that, like, watching this in the order that I am, she punches his soul out of his body. I'm like, oh, like that thing from Doctor Strange.
Yeah, wow, that is. Yeah.
How does it feel knowing Doctor Strange stole from Bleach?
Rip in peace, Doctor Strange. I guess you're not as good as Bleach.
So yeah, that's how I judge every dude. She's like, this probably isn't as good as an anime I haven't seen very much of.
So it goes to like they go to that playground where that kid's getting attacked, and Rukia's like, "Yo, you have an ultimatum. You either save that kid or you never save anybody." And each goes, "Yo, fuck that ultimatum. I'm gonna save that kid. That doesn't mean I'm a hero."
No, it wasn't. It was either you save everybody or you don't save that fucking kid.
Yeah, and he goes like, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna save the kid and do whatever I want."
Yeah.
So nothing actually ends up getting solved?
No, not at all.
Was it like her testing his morals or something?
Being like, you only want to save people that are right in front of you or your family. No, you have to save every soul.
It's a very weird stance she has on it.
It's like, very all or nothing. It's very like justice-y.
Yeah.
He's a Soul Reaper of opportunity. It's like, look, I'm not gonna go like looking for shit, but like if someone's in trouble, like I'm gonna help them. Like,
yo, I'm gonna have to, copyright that one. That's gonna be mine. It's gonna be main boss character video game, Soul Reaper of opportunity. Just like, you could have been a businessman, but I showed up.
That is just straight up. That is a Yakuza style tagline where it's like, dun dun, Ichigo Kurosaki, Soul Reaper of opportunity, secondary head of the Tojo clan.
Wait, is Chad just Mr. Shakedown?
Yo, Chad is just Mr. Shakedown.
Pretty good.
Yo, people listening to this podcast, if you have not played Yakuza, play Yakuza. You can start with 0, but play that video game series. It's very good.
I really need to play that.
So there's almost as many Hawaiian shirts as there is in Bleach.
So then we get to the, what did you call it? The soul mauling?
Yeah, they like grab that, they put the dude off a roof or whatever and just throw him in for a soul mauling.
Yeah. So it's, you see Orihime through her bedroom window, and at this point the ghost just looks like a pervert.
I really thought it was just some random pervert.
I didn't even realize her window was there. I thought he was jumping off the roof. I'm like, no, you're already dead. What are you doing?
Nah, he's looking through the window. He's going like,
Dude was just perving on his sister. Weird before she shut the fucking window.
That makes way more sense in context.
Yeah, some ghosts come out and do like the Merkaba noodle arms and take him to the Shadow Realm.
Yeah, so then we get how it's made Hollow Edition. And then it is very clearly and definitively an Orihime focused episode.
You got to do that to give your characters.
No, absolutely, but it's made very clear, like very early on, yo, you better strap in because this character's going to be important. Also, next frame, Rukia's dress, actually very cute.
Was this before or after it was revealed that Rukia stole...
No, this was before. I made note of that. Where Ichigo saying, because the next scene is Ichigo's sister going, yo, have you been stealing my clothes? And he's like, why the fuck would I steal your clothes? Big brother, you're so mean. And then Rukia's just chilling out. You can't really tell where she is, but she's chilling out somewhere and she's like, hollow attack, and then she just slams open his closet. Have you been stealing my sister's clothes? So I even wrote here, Rukia steals clothes confirmed from child.
Yeah, and they seem to go, again, to the end of the episodes that we've watched without noticing that she just lives there now.
Yeah.
Like, she's in a, with, like, not a human body, but, like,
it's a Gigai.
Yeah, it's a Gigai.
And she just lives in his closet and steals his sister's clothes, and nobody seems to notice.
Yeah, well, maybe she just, like, can she leave a Gigai?
No, remember she can't because she's very weak, so you kind of need the Gigai.
I thought maybe she just like leaves the Gigai underneath his bed and then like ghost spirits around the house. Nobody can see her.
No, it's just her. It's just a chick living in a dude's closet.
Look, there's your out if the story needed it, I guess.
Yeah.
I was just waiting for like, oh, they're talking about ghost hunting or something. And then his dad knocks on the door. It's like some sitcom bullshit.
Oh. So then we get a really good hollow design.
The Snake Man was sick. I forgot about how good some of these early hollow designs are because there's like generic thing, but when they're doing Monster of the Week with them, they're really well designed, really cool looking hollows.
You get a really cool fight where it's like, hey Ichigo, can you not try to tear up your house? And he's like, fuck you, Mom. I'll swing however I want to swing.
Right, yeah. Do they ever explain like later on how that damages is like taken care of?
No, it's just in.
I was going to say, they explained it in the beginning from the episode previous.
That was a truck, but then they also explained at the end of this one what everybody thinks actually happened with the snake monster.
Well, no, that was in episode 3.
Was it?
Yeah, it was
episode 3 they talk about it.
Oh, it's a two-parter? Okay, I just lumped them together.
Both of these are two-parters.
Oh, okay, that works out really well then. I just assumed they were one thing. I'm like, I don't know what happened on 4 or 5, but I'm sure once you start talking about it, I'll figure it out.
No, it's cool. Like, that's the exact reason I started making show notes for it, is because I'm like, some of these are going to start running together.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the earlier sections has a tendency to run together. Nothing against it. It's actually very, like, engaging.
Yeah, it turned out to be a really good cutoff. I thought there was some, like, master plan. Like, oh, it's perfect. We have these two-part episodes that we're watching.
It's just, that just happens.
Yo, what if it broke off halfway through and you only got half that chat episode?
Oh, then you get us here going like, oh, man. So then we get Ichigo finding out what hollows really are, and he kind of wavers on it because he
fucks up the kill. He doesn't hit him in the head properly, and it brings us in the mask.
Yeah, and he's like, oh, wait, they're people? And like, yeah, that's why you attack hollows from the back, so you don't have to deal with them being people.
Well, no, it's not from the back. It's just like, get that clean kill, is what she said. Make sure you hit firmly.
Well, she also said, like, it's a clean kill, but, like, you also don't have to realize that there are people.
Yeah, if you hit them,
who it is.
If you clean kill them from behind, you don't have to look at their face when they... But it's cool, though,
because hollows are people just like Soylent Green are people. Like,
no, but it's cool, though, because whenever you kill a hollow, it just dissipates their sins. It's fine.
Yeah, they immediately back down on that, like, the very next episode.
Well,
no.
Because that's for sins they committed while they were alive.
Yeah, no,
I'm talking about the second part of this episode.
He brainstamps that fucker, doesn't he?
Yeah. No, he kills himself.
Yeah, he kills himself.
He brainstamps some fucker in this one.
No,
the kid at the playground.
Yeah, he brainstamps the kid at the playground.
He notarizes that kid.
He sends them to, what did we call it last time? Bureaucracy heaven. Ooh, boy.
He's allowed there. Ichigo gave him the pass. He's not doing the paperwork, but he's giving him the pass.
So you see Orihime hanging out with Tatsuki. And god damn it, is Orihime weird? But she is so interesting this early.
Yeah.
Just being a fucking weirdo who eats weird food.
Is this when she almost gets hit by a car?
No, that was before. We had skipped past that.
Yeah, she gets hit by a car, and then there's a weird mark on her leg.
Almost gets hit by a car.
Yeah.
See, that's where you see Rukia wearing the cute dress.
Oh, yeah. We come full circle with dress watch here.
We get her and Tatsuki hanging out, and they're having a fun time. And then, like, juddering of the camera, ooh, spooky! And then the episode ends, and then we get on to episode 3, where it's just just a straight continuation of...
I just assumed that was like a mid-episode transition like they do, because they do like...
the B.
A and B sides on their episodes.
Oh, yeah.
No, that was just a straight from 2 to 3. So 3, we actually get the fight, and Ichigo's fucking theme kicks in. The beginning part of it kicks in, and I'm like, oh yeah.
Did they do that tension music in that episode? Did they do it every episode, or?
They do it anytime there's a tense moment.
Okay. So I definitely in one of these 2 episodes.
They definitely did it in episode 3. I can't remember exactly when, but
it happens.
It was definitely after, like, he pulled her soul out of her body.
Yeah, it's...
Right, and then we get to learn about the chain of fate.
Yeah, I just thought, like, oh, wow, we spent all this time in this world, and she's dead.
Can we also talk about how, like, whenever Hollow is over Tatsuki, Orihime just, like, not really grasping the situation, just looking over, seeing her body, and then seeing her friend getting attacked, she's like, I guess I'm just gonna headbutt this fucking demon off my friend. So she rush tackle headbutts this demon.
That's just a trend amongst Ichigo's friends.
Just fucking, wow, you people are terribly violent. But that's cool.
They're probably in like a fucking, I can't remember, what's the name for like a, localize this, like a school where not secondary school.
High school?
Not a high school, like for miscreants.
Yeah.
What's the name for that?
Like
a juvie school.
Yeah, like a juvie school.
That's what the school actually is, just a bunch of like delinquents and
it's just Cromartie High. It's just Cromartie High. Also, we get Ichigo pops in, gets his theme, and then he gets knocked out the window. For 5 seconds there, you can just see him sliding on the ground with dirt trails popping up.
Yeah.
In the air.
I thought it was like, wait, can you just
and then
fly
he stands
now?
up.
Like,
Then he stands up on air.
Yeah, Ichigo can just fly now, and that's rad.
I hope you're ready for that level of power scaling.
Oh yeah, well, have fun with that.
And then it ends the episode, right?
No, that was the beginning of the third.
Actually the start of the third
no,
episode.
we are.
Okay, so hold on. The thing that bothered me, I noticed, at the end of the second episode, he kicks him out, and then he slides back in and rolls back in the room and disappears. The start of the next episode, he's just standing there in the window ready to fight. There's like...
No. The end of the episode. The end of the episode was whenever the room was shaking.
Yeah.
And then episode 3 starts, and then the...
Is this the mid-break of episode 3 then?
Yeah, you're thinking of the mid-break
The
episode.
mid-break of episode 3, because he punches him out the room, and then he like slithers back in, and then after the mid-break, he's standing back at the window, and I'm like, they don't give a fuck about continuity. So it's
It's
a small
like they're
detail.
doing like a recap thing in between, which is nice for someone that pauses at every opportunity to like refill my water. But
Yeah.
Damn, you thirsty.
And then we get an Orihime and her brother moment of just terrible abusive relationship after death going on. Just like, I need you, Orihime. You forgot about me.
Yeah.
But if you do whatever I say, I won't kill your friends.
Yo, like the entire time that's happening, it felt like he was jealous of her relationship with another female. It was like weird.
yeah,
It's really weird.
like, you used to think about me every day. Now you don't pray for me at all. Like,
Now you got your cool new friends like Chad, who shows up in that fucking flashback.
It's like now you're hanging out with a woman. Like this feels like they're trying to demonize the gays.
I don't think that's what they're going for. I think it's just like how you're getting a new friend and trying to move on and healthy things. I'm an evil, resentful ghost, so fuck you.
she's looking at him and she doesn't realize who he is. It's how sad. I'm so sad. So sad. And I felt that. I know that feels, Snake Demon.
So then Ichigo pops back in the room, defends Orihime, and he gives a pretty good speech about like not being a dick.
Is this the Big Brother thing?
Yeah.
I thought that was really good. I liked that.
It was really good. But it's just very much like a hey, can you not be a dick?
Did the brother ever get a name? Because I've been referring to him as Brother Monster in all these notes.
I only ever remember Nissan because that's what Orihime was always screaming, like Oni-chan, like shaking him.
Okay.
Yeah, that's really old.
I'm sure he did, but I don't remember it.
It's when he
Ichigo definitely. No. He must have said that's Orihime's brother. When he pops that mask off, I recognize that person.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah, but I'm sure at one point he got a name. I can't remember though.
I'm not sure that he did. But anyway, so it's about the time that they knock him out of the window again.
Well, after he's done headbutting the wall and going, I'm fighting the evil within me.
Yeah, we get the 1 million shot reverse shot of
Sora.
Oh yeah, it's Kingdom Hearts time, baby.
No, this is not a Kingdom Hearts podcast.
Not yet.
No.
Wait for the crossover episode of Kingdom Hearts and Bleach.
Oh, wow.
Welcome to Hearts of Fire, where we play Kingdom Hearts and talk about it.
Yo, nobody steal that. Just peek the shit out of you.
You blew the shit out of the microphone.
Don't worry.
It'll be
We've
fine.
already got episode 1 in the works.
It's fine. We get the scene where where the brother finally, he's like, oh man, I realize I'm a monster, and I'm really sorry about being a dickhead. I'm gonna kill myself now.
Then they fight in the street, though, when they're doing that.
Yeah.
That man picks up the sword and impales himself in the street.
Yeah.
Motherfucker just kills himself in front of his sister.
Yo, man, but she gets it.
Yo, he could have just used Ichigo's sword there and just fucked on Ichigo real good. That would have been
He picks up
hilarious.
the sword and Ichigo's like, whoa, hold up.
We get a really nice moment, kind of seeing like a beautiful brother-sister relationship, like how grief can really affect somebody, but how you inevitably have to move on.
Yeah, but wasn't it triggered by him seeing her wearing the...
Yeah, that.
Oh, the hairpins.
The hairpins.
The little, like, snowflake-looking hairpins.
Yeah, that he gave her.
Oh, man. They're like, oh, yeah, the hairpins, it was a gift. literally the last time that I seen you alive. Like, man, they're really just heaping it on.
The last time I saw you alive, I told you these were fucking stupid. That was literally it.
Yeah, that was it. It was like, oh, like we had this fight, and then of course it was the last thing they said to each other. Like, okay, yeah, we get it. It's sad. We don't need to make it exponentially more sad.
No, then she Men in Black's the shit out of them.
Yeah. Dude, that's a little minute. And you again see Orihime just being a fucking weird, which we skipped over it earlier. But whenever she kind of started blushy about Ichigo, and she's like, oh, but he was so nice. He offered to walk me home. Oh. Bam! Woo! Pow! Oh, fight him now, mister! It's just like, God, you're a fucking weirdo, but you're endearing.
Does she acknowledge Ichigo and Soul Reaper form?
Yes. But she was also knocked out of
right,
her
she
body.
was dead.
Yes.
Yeah, so technically she can see spiritual form.
Okay,
she was
yeah.
dead.
That's how he pieces together that she's in spiritual form.
Because she can see, yeah, okay. But then the other friend does not see Ichigo. And
Also, she had a fucking chain hanging from her chest, too.
Well, yeah.
The chain of fate.
But so we get I'm going home talking about sumos and shit.
Yeah, sumo wrestlers with guns, like just a sumo
bursting through it. Man, Orihime, you're fucking quirky.
Yeah, well, I mean, they know that Orihime affords that entire apartment by herself, so the sumo wrestlers with guns come in to steal all their money.
Here's a problem in Japan right now. They just got sumos with guns. My mass isn't enough, but these bullets are. Flap, flap.
Well, yeah, it's the gun for far away, and
the body for close up. It's an unstoppable force of nature. Why don't we militarize this yet? I don't understand.
The 43rd Sumo Division.
Yeah, I need it. So then we move on to episode 4. I think the episode everyone's really excited to start talking about. Fucking Chad!
Chad!
My favorite character and yours.
That starts with that. Yeah, this bird's cursed as shit. Don't take it. Yeah, got it, no problem.
And he eats it! Okay, so before I go into a fucking tirade throughout these next 2 episodes, we need to talk about it. It is very clear and concise. Yes, he is a main character, but he is not shown to have any supernatural powers. He is not shown to be have some kind of special key. He's just a tough motherfucker.
Chad is the everyman.
He is not the everyman. The everyman does not just shoulder a fucking steel girder that falls off of a building.
No, but as far as you're concerned, no one's like, oh, he's got some kind of special power. He's just fucking tough.
I'm saying, yeah, he's tough as shit. He's not the everyday man.
Yeah. He's a tough motherfucker, and he's super cute with the little bird. He's like, look at this cute little bird.
So yeah, this starts with I have a habit of listening to the intro and then pausing it, and so I pause it, and the only thing on screen is the pictures building is just a cursed parakeet. Like, yeah, I'm in. I don't know what this is about, but I'm here for it.
We also got a shot of the big bad monsters doing a monologue.
Oh yeah,
in the Shadow Realm.
The monster mall.
No.
That's the first time we see him. We see him.
You see him, but this time he gets a very clear by himself moment, going talking about sweet souls.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, where you get a very before you can kind of that's a ringleader of these guys. No, they haven't named him yet. But we get him just kind of Chad's so fucking strong.
Yeah, so Chad and 2 boys are in this construction site where they're apparently there's a bird handoff going on. The setup for this is so nonsense, but I'm extremely here for it.
The parakeet knows where the drugs are. And they get the bird. And Chad's just trying to move some of that sweet, sweet cocaine.
No, Chad's a good boy.
Chad's a good, pure boy, and you do not ruin him for us.
Nathan, so every arcade game taught you winners don't need drugs, and Chad's a fucking winner.
Chad ate an I-beam for breakfast.
He just drops on him. He just lifts that shit with his back, no problem.
What Nathan referred to last time is Rukia being combination, not only just bad at her job, but bad at really simple shit. Because the next scene is her hanging out with Ichigo. Just how the fuck do I get juice box?
Oh my god.
That was great.
Yeah. These episodes are Monster of the Week, and Rukia's Monster of the Week is this juice box.
Just literally go how do I open this box? And it's you just use the straw, and it's her
Well, no, at first she doesn't know what the straw is.
Yeah.
She can't find the straw. Yeah.
So then you get
all the nerd friends are swooning.
Yeah, because they're Ichigo, a female. Yo, why are you hanging out with this girl, Ichigo? I'm so proud of you. I'm gonna go swoon over her.
Yeah, the one guy comes up, he's like, yeah, Ichigo lured this girl up to the roof. And he's like, yeah, nice.
and then you get fucking Chad.
And then Chad just walked in. What's up, guys?
Covered in bandages, holding a fucking bird.
So I made sure to mark this down. Because they're like, Chad, what happened? Chad got in a literal car accident with a fucking biker. The biker hit him, caused him damage. He got up, saw the biker was more injured than him, and carried him to the hospital.
Chad's such a good boy.
That's where they wrapped him up, right? They're like, hey, you're pretty fucked up. Let's wrap you up real quick. Like,
yeah, it's like, he's like, nah, dude, I'm cool. And then it shows like
he's got that dumb. I found a bird.
The bird that talks.
It's like
you're gonna tell the rest of the story. It's
no.
mine.
No, it's like, yo, so how'd you get that bird?
Found it.
Yeah, and it's just like, you just got bored halfway through not wanting to tell that story. He goes, yeah. So then it's like, oh, so what's Chad's background? And then it's just Ichigo getting the shit kicked out of him.
What the fuck?
By grown men.
It's because his hair is orange. He deserves it. He's gonna turn into one of those Narutos. Get him while he's young. Those men are the heroes.
All they're doing is empowering him.
So this is I made the comment earlier, this is a Yakuza-style universe of just, that kid's got orange hair, let's fight him!
Yeah, it's like it was back in middle school, and they got this alley, like a guy beating the shit out of him with brass knuckles.
And then
Chad, a cinder block to pump him in the head, right?
Yeah, and then Chad shows up, eats that, starts fighting them, and then just this grown man is standing here punching this child. This 15-year-old monolith.
Because he's like 15 right now, right?
Yeah.
He's 15 now.
He's 15 now.
And so is Chad. They're the same age.
Yeah. And Chad's just sitting there just taking all this fucking punches to the stomach and shit.
Like the guy gets visibly freaked out, but he's like,
He's like, am I not killing this child?
Yeah.
I have friends because they're like co-leading roles in The Raid. Jesus. I have this feeling like their meeting of fighting the Yakuza apparently never addressed again.
I think it comes up.
Does it really?
Because you get more backstory on all these characters for sure.
Yeah, you get some more. I don't remember how it comes up, but I'm pretty sure. Then we get the next scene. Like, you get Rukia finally figures out how the juice box works.
No, Ichigo does it for her.
Yeah.
He Mary Sue's the juice box for her.
And then next
Ichigo's theme plays as he just pushes the straw in the Capri Sun.
want to see some action.
It starts with the tension music.
Then he gets in there. And...
So we get next scene, which is Ichigo gets home, and then she's like, Ichigo, you need to move out of the way. Which I will have to say, this is the first time you've ever seen Ichigo's dad be competent at anything.
Yeah, he just tells him to fuck off.
And he's on the phone like, yo, you need to, like, I'm a small clinic. You need a real doctor down here. We got a fucking car accident. We gotta fix this shit.
Y'all better find some fucking beds for us.
Yeah, Ichigo, get out of the way. I gotta do doctor shit.
Yeah, your sister's in weird outfits that they don't need to be wearing. You're helping out.
Don't worry about that.
Why do they own those? Who bought them? The dad.
No, it was their mom's. It was their mom.
They're the same size as the mother already, because they're like 8 or 9, right?
So then we get, again, next scene, it's Chad rolling in, going like, yo, Chad, what happened? I got into a car accident.
It's like the 9th car accident in 4 episodes.
They've been a lot.
There's
the
a lot
Japanese
of car
bad drivers.
Man, we're not going down that road. So we get
the IBleach Podcast for old-timey racism.
So we get just Chad, like, he's like, yo, man, I gotta go. I gotta take this bird somewhere.
That's when he just, collapses, right?
Yeah, he just
Yeah,
falls.
because he's got the big wound on his back. He also just has, like, a sick tattoo on his arm, and this kid's 15. Like, how is he so goddamn cool?
Because he's Chad.
Everyone's like, oh, Jotaro, like, how is he 17? He just looks so buff. It's like, no, Chad is the baddest motherfucker on the planet.
Minor JoJo's here. Jotaro versus Chad. Who's winning that fight?
Jotaro.
Yeah, it is Jotaro, but afterwards he probably feels very bad for killing Chad.
What he doesn't feel bad because Jotaro's an asshole.
Yeah, this Jotaro doesn't feel.
Having not seen Jotaro, I'm gonna go with Chad.
God, right.
It's a dark horse pick. I respect it.
Chad's my boy.
So then we get Ichigo's sister, the black-haired sister. I can't remember her name.
Yuzu's the other one. Karin,
like, just starts freaking out, like, looking at this bird.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when the Chad fired to the roof, they got that, like, negative coloration being like, yeah, there's a soul in there. And the sister also sees it.
Don't worry, it's not like a bad soul, but they're just like, well, that's weird.
The soul.
Why is there a soul of a human inside of this parakeet?
Yo.
It's because he knows where the cocaine is.
It's because he knows where the cocaine is. She's trying to explain more about hollows and shit. Like, they're kind of going off, because Chad runs away. Chad runs away out the window with the bird, and they're like, we need to find Chad. And then she's sitting there trying to explain, like, how souls and hollows continue to work.
And, like, the negative space between the Soul Society. Do they name that space?
No, they don't name that space. They're just like, it's the space in between.
It's where they usually hide, and when they start doing bad shit, that's when they
go back into that.
Yeah, they poke through, so that's how they track them.
Okay. Because I know they mentioned that. I couldn't remember if they named it or if they just like, this is the space between.
Yeah, they just call it the space between.
Yeah, I think they call it like native space.
We get another shitty Rukia drawing that I love.
Yo, that's what
they're so good.
We didn't get one in the Orihime episode, did we?
No, we didn't.
No, we sure didn't.
No, we didn't. No.
I thought they were like once every episode or so.
But I guess every couple. Then it's like, we need to find Chad's now just in the warehouse district.
Because he got bandaged up and then just walked off. He hopped out the window. He jumped out. It was second story, right?
I don't remember.
Yeah,
but
he's in the warehouse to run out another window.
Yeah, to a warehouse where they're like, Bird's like, yo, mister, you really don't have to do this anymore. I do appreciate it, though. And he's like, nah,
this entire time, I remember my first watch, I'm like, this Bird's straight fucking evil. He's trying to reap Chad's soul. Kill it, Chad. Get it, Chad.
And Chad's like, nah, dog, I'm going to help you out, little buddy. And he continues to be badass. So then, like, we need to find him. And Ichigo's like, I can find him. Ruki's like, how dumbass? And then he just gets powers.
Never shown how to do this. He goes and focuses on floating spirit energy.
It's
soul
like
ribbons.
I love how they named this later. But I want to say the name of it now. But they named this thing later. And then he goes and focuses it into like silk ribbons and goes, yeah, this one's him. It's like, what?
Got him.
And she's like, where the fuck
did you unlearn this and know how to do it so powerfully? I can't do that, even with powers. What's happening?
Maybe all Soul Reapers can do this, and Rukia is just bad at her job.
No, but Rukia, it's talked about later that Rukia is actually really good at the other dumb shit.
She's really good at the healing aspect of being a Soul Reaper.
No, she's good at all the dumb spell shit, and that's a dumb spell shit.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that broke me.
Also,
maybe she's better. I mean, that's my bit, but yeah, I agree.
Also, don't forget that. So where'd you learn how to do all this dumb shit, Rukia? Oh, at school. You go to school in Soul Society? Yeah.
They got brought up?
You go to school in
Soul
Society?
Yeah, they got brought up.
Yeah, I'm really smart. Juice box.
Yeah, it's literally counteracting the fact that she's talking about the juice box. Like, yeah, I was really top of my class, and she's like, fucking stabbed this juice box.
Really says something about her short swordsmanship as well.
So Ichigo runs off. They find Karin finds them.
Oh, she's top of her class though. Oh my god, all the other Soul Reapers have to be garbage.
She's only decent at magic.
Yeah,
it's talked about later. But
she's really good at the healing thing, but that's about it.
She can't even.
So they're running after Chad, and Karin shows up. Like, hey Ichigo, that kid's seen some shit. That parakeet's got the soul of a kid, and it's seen some shit. You need to get that guy.
Yeah, it was like, I sensed him because it was closer in age, because we're already just kind of throwing how ghosts work, just, whatever rules need to apply at the moment.
It's the monster of the week thing, really. Come on now.
Yeah.
I'm good with it. Mostly because it's just this parakeet. Like, I'm here for this parakeet.
Hope you're ready for another reoccurring character.
So then Ichigo has to be pushed out of the scene to go protect his little sister, and him and his little sister have a nice little moment of like, hey, protect her. And so Ruki's just standing there going like, I need to look for Chad. And then this hollow pops up behind her. They're like, I'm going to eat this little soul. And then she spins around, and I made sure to note this. Does a sick flying knee kick.
Oh, yeah. She flashes as it's getting him in the dough.
She just V-triggers this guy.
And then spins around and just like, I'm just going to shoot you with some magic, bitch.
Edgy bullshit fireball.
Yeah. Destruction spell 33, pale fire crash.
Are you going to keep track of the names for her spells?
Yeah, I want to know what 1 through 32 are. She has like a whole lead up to this too. Like I wish I had the patience to write it all down because it's exactly
because it's been done previously and it's kind of thrown away. But every piece of magic that gets done is a full incantation, like a D&D style incantation.
All this extraneous world building, I love it.
So then we kind of get the episode ending there where it just doesn't work, and then next time.
The show's really set itself up to be like Japanese swords and magic.
Yeah. Well, like they actually did a to be continued screen on this one for the first time.
Yeah, because it's really important. You want to know why? Because Chad's here.
Yeah, they rolled in with the JoJo's music to make it extra important.
Yeah. Well, because episodes 2 and 3 are a two-parter, but they didn't do a to be continued screen, and then 4 and 5 did. So I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, okay.
It just ends with Chad will return.
Well, didn't the last one have Ichigo in it, right?
Yeah.
So you know what's going to happen. Come on now.
Yeah, but I mean, like, you still know what's going to happen.
Dude, we got Chad who can't see ghosts, and we got Rukia and her gi guy after shooting the ball. What do you mean we know what's going to happen?
So, I named all the episodes in my show notes.
The real names are...
Oh, no, the real names are untitled.
Yeah, if you're watching them on Crunchyroll, it's episodes.
Unnamed streaming service.
Unnamed screening service.
They didn't pay us money for this shit yet.
So on my unnamed streaming service, they're named.
So I named the episode Chad punches a ghost.
Yeah, and then he goes...
Yeah, Chad with his current human strength runs up, sees Rukia in danger, and tosses a punch. And everyone's like, can he fucking see ghosts?
The ghost goes, can he see me?
No, the ghost this guy must have great fucking reflex. And they just hit him fucking shoving
jabbing the air.
And Rukia's like, is this guy a genius? No, I think he's an idiot. So then the Hollow's sitting there like, I guess I'm just gonna keep doing it again. And then Chad nails him again.
You just said like, oh, you know how the next episode's gonna go. I could not have predicted any of that. This goes places on this episode.
Chad becomes just the best ever, as if he already wasn't.
So we get the moment of like, transfer student, what are you doing here? And she's like, Chad, you need to calm down, bud. This is some serious shit we got. The Hollow sprouts wings, takes off like, you can't hit me from up here. And then
Chad uproots a fucking...
First,
he fucking cannonballs.
No, that was second. First, he's still punching at the air. Then Ruki is like, you need to... He's up there. Wait, transfer student, you can see ghosts? And you're like, yeah, Chad, don't question it. But he's up there. We can't hit him. So he gets a telephone pole.
The pole first.
Yeah, he definitely just rips the pole out of the fucking
ground. Swing it in the air.
Yeah, and he hits the fucking Hollow. Hollow's like, what is this man? And I'm like, again, that's why I stated earlier, this man is not shown to be supernatural. He is shown explicitly to not be supernatural, to not have any kind of special powers. He's just a tough motherfucker who ripped a telephone pole out of the ground and hit a ghost with it in the air.
That he could not see.
He couldn't fucking see.
But yeah, it's pretty fucking memorable. It's a good moment.
It's a good fucking moment.
The Hollow's like, oh, you musclehead, you can't just fight your way out. It's like, I don't know, he seems to be doing a pretty good job.
So then he lands, there's some more banter.
Frog thing?
Yeah, he throws the frog
start chasing him down, and then his babies jump out at him from ambush spots.
Yeah, and he's like, you think you could beat me? And then Chad just muscle busters them off of him. And the guy's like, what the fuck is this, dude?
It's right after that when Ruki is down there, she's like, Chad, kick the air above. He's like, okay.
And he does it, and he just
obliterates all of these little mushrooms.
And you can see the look on her face, like that little dumb no mouth, just kind of like, holy shit.
Did we talk about how her spell was absolutely useless?
Yeah.
Okay. Because that's also just another, like, this fucking character.
Yeah, well, I mean, again, she's shown to have no power after all this shit. She's like, I'm getting some of my power back, and then Hollow's like, I don't get it.
Yeah, not nearly enough, because she was just like, oh yeah, I'm stuck with this, like, just a human-ish body.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all just to show how badass Chad is, essentially.
It's building, dude, they're selling Chad for SummerSlam super hard. So then we get the moment of the Hollow flies back up and is like, okay, just straight up like, I'm just going to sit up here. Fuck you.
I'm way too far for you to hit me with a telephone pole now.
So then Ruki is like, hey, Chad, we're going to combine my brains and my ability to see and your brawn. And Chad just like, okay. So he gets rated a fastball special.
Yeah.
I love that was the thumbnail for the episode.
Yeah. It was the fastball special.
Him holding her like, oh, this is going to rule.
So he's just like, where do I throw it up? Higher. No, too high, dumbass. Like, I can't see the ghost.
No, I like, there's a little bit in here. She's like, the direction of the tiger. He's like, what? It's just left. There's that bit from The Simpsons, Texas left. That's your down.
So then fastball special happens. And you can see the Hollow just kind of lose his shit a little bit. Like, you gotta be kidding me.
And this is the second time in these series of episodes that we watch. Two people are flying at each other in the air, and the Hollow just spits something at them to completely ruin it.
Yeah, the first one's about, like, the gas breath.
Yeah, he did, like, they both just do, like, the green mist.
Well, this one shot his babies at him. He shoots the babies.
Oh, yeah.
And then he's like, I can click my tongue, and then the babies explode.
Yo, that first one that explodes on her head looks like she got headshot.
Yeah.
Like, in another anime, that's a bullet going through a character.
Yeah. It was rad.
It was really rad. So we get the one where, like, the explosion happens, and then he's like, I used my little minions to get the parakeet. So Chad can't do anything anymore. So now, little Soul Reaper girl, because you're doing Soul Reaper magic, you have to run, and I get to chase you. And you don't have your big muscle-bound idiot friend to help you.
And then they just leave Chad with the bird. They just go away.
Yeah, but they got the little minions on it. It's like...
Yeah. No, they go away too.
No, the minions are still there.
It's from Chad's point of view, so you can't see them.
Oh.
Yeah. So then the chase happens, and explosions.
I thought this chase was pretty cool.
Yeah, the chase was really cool.
Yeah, because you get to see a lot of, like, how the hollow works. And it's getting really interesting power of the week.
Yeah.
Yeah, because this hollow is like way different than the previous one.
Yeah, because this one's it's less of a monster and it's like actually a conniving. Well, now that we know that hollows are people, we know that hollows can think a little bit better and they're not just like mindless, hungry monsters.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
make some of the earlier ones we saw like really dumb.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna fuck up these straights.
Fuck y'all straights. Again, there was that heartfelt moment between like Ichigo and the sister earlier, cutting, and then Ichigo just he's like, the hollow's like, you stopped running, huh? You're not gonna make this fun for me. I don't need to run anymore.
You said I could attack you, so I will.
So then Ichigo just jumps him out of door and lands on him, and it's just like, what did I tell you about like getting into trouble? And she's like, that sounds like somebody that's concerned. You get like a nice little chemistry moment between them. There hasn't been a lot of good moments between them per se. There's a lot of like connecting and we're forced to work together. There's some real like character and care building.
Yeah, well they start actually liking each other as compared to being forced to because he sucked all of her power out.
It's right about the time they start fighting, and it's she puts on the kind of dumb glove.
And the glove that rules.
Yeah, like it's the glove with like a little like devil face on it.
It's on fire.
Yeah, it's pretty sick. I used to own a badge that had that little symbol on it. It was really rad.
So yeah, you're just talking about their little chemistry here. It's like now like it's not just her like punching him out of his body. It's like grab, push. Okay, here, Chad, take his body and go put it somewhere.
Chad wasn't there yet. Chad was still with the parakeet.
Yeah, he just fucking face.
No, before can we talk about the hollows? Like, because Ichigo's just standing up there, cool guy posing a hollow. Like, will you get the fuck off me?
Regular human who somehow sees me.
Yeah, it's like he's like, huh? It's like, okay, so now the fight happens. So Ichigo kind of sees all the powers and just muscles through it continuously, and then runs off. The hollow and Ichigo go off and do their own fight. Chad just inevitably beats the shit out of little minion guys and makes it over to Rukia. He's like, Rukia, what are you doing here? Why is Ichigo's body on the ground? What the fuck is going on?
It's just like, it's fine, he's fighting.
He's fighting, take his body, take the parakeet, and get the fuck out of here.
And then the parakeet's like, no, but you don't understand. And then you cut back to the hollow going like, yeah, no, guess what? I used to be a serial killer. And the reason I died is because that little kid grabbed my shoelaces and I fell to my death like an idiot.
Yeah, this is just like the Chad Ichigo backstory earlier where it goes from 0 to 100 in about 3 seconds.
And so somehow this man, this serial killer who turns into a hollow, finds a way to take a child's soul out and put it in a parakeet.
So that he can torture it and kill other people.
Yeah, so that he can go like, if you survive like this for 3 months, I'll bring your mommy back to life. To which Rukia gets fucking terrified at this. Like that anime, like wide-eye whites with the pupils going like, who told you that? That's not how it works.
Yeah, and I thought it was kind of cool in the last set of episodes where we get Orihime being saved by her brother from the car. And then now, like, that's the curse of the parakeet is, he's running away and the guy's got, free reign to kill anybody that tries to help him. Like, I think it's really cool that these start with, like, a little bit of a myth or, like, an urban legend, and then you build back into, like, it was the Hollows that were doing this. I think that's really cool. It's some Monster of the Week stuff, I know, but it's kind of neat to see it all tie together at the end.
I never thought about it like that. That's really interesting. Mm-hmm. So we get Ichigo doing Ichigo things and just fucking wrecks this hollow.
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't do the send him to heaven thing like the last.
No, because he cuts through him and then
The gates of hell open up.
Literally pop up behind him, open, and then Ichigo's like, what the fuck is going on? And Rukia is just there now. It's like, yeah, no, not all hollows go to heaven. We only purge the sins of after death. If you're a fucking asshole before death, you go there. Big knife.
Well, no, I thought it was the other way around. It purges the sins before death. But
no, it purges the sins after death. It purges the sins that you commit when you're a hollow, because when you're a hollow, you can't control it. But if you're an asshole before you die...
Well, no, because if you're a hollow, you automatically, you don't go to heaven.
No, you go to heaven.
No, because the brother went to heaven.
The brother went to heaven. The brother goes to heaven.
You can be turned to a zombie. Hollows are just...
Yeah, okay, so...
Zombie.
Yeah.
You can turn to a hollow. Hollows just go zombies.
Because if you choose to become a hollow...
No, you never choose to become a hollow.
No, yes, they said that in the last episode.
No, it's when your grief and your sins and stuff consume you, you become one. You don't choose that. It's something that happens to you.
Yeah. It's you either become one
or you're forced to become one.
Yeah, or you get the monster mauling.
Yeah, from the monster maul.
Yeah, but if you get forced into become one, then you do. But
even if you just become one by being deceitful and angry and lonely or whatever, you can still get purged of that.
Yeah, it's basically imagine like how it's poltergeist rules. Where they're it's just a forlorn soul that gets angrier and angrier until finally it just lashes out on raw emotion. Yeah. So it purges the soul after that, it purges the sins after that, because when you're a hollow, either being forced to or being overcome by your emotions, you can't really help what you do. The reason that this guy goes to hell is because he was a serial killer in life. He was an evil prick before he died.
Okay. So I got that mixed up. I thought it purged the sins when you were alive and not afterwards.
Nah, because if so, then
everyone goes to heaven. No hollow goes to heaven.
No hollow goes to heaven. But no, hollows go to heaven outside of if they're dickbags like that guy, which made me really nervous because I couldn't remember if he went to heaven or not. Which made me go I even wrote it in the notes, going do all hollows go to heaven? Is that guy going to heaven? And it's oh right, no, they explained this. You can go to hell.
The gates of hell come to you.
Up here, wherever they're needed. And that was the episode, right? They stuck him in, call it good.
Yeah, and then no, you get the Chad moment of hey, little kid. He's thank you for protecting me, even though you didn't have to, badass Mr. Chad. And Chad's yo, dude, it's cool. If we ever see each other in the next life, let me carry you around again, a nice little older brother moment.
He's supposed to carry around a child on his shoulders.
Yeah, man, I liked all of that. That is yeah, you don't get to live and be a bird anymore, and that sucks, but you get to go see your mom. And he's oh, hell yeah, I get to go see my mom. And I actually liked his voice better as a bird than I did as the child ghost.
Well, it's a really high-pitched kind of...
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, the thing with Chad, oh, I just want to carry you around. When I eventually die, I'm past wow, it's really for a 15-year-old.
Dude, Chad's fucking cool.
Chad rules.
So, I guess let's get around Robin and say, what do everyone think of the episodes?
I really liked the episodes. I thought they were really good. It introduced us to the Chad, which Chad rules, so...
It's really, really good setup for what we're getting. Because we're establishing a cast of characters that we can get invested in, and then actually have story and development happen. Because if this is solely based around Ichigo and Rukia, oh boy, would that be fucking miserable.
Yeah, that'd be kind of boring.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited to kind of see some of these people mingle a bit more, and hopefully it's not, here's all these boys minus Chad. Because Chad is above all this. Being super weird around Rukia forever. The other boy had a name. Man, I can't read any of that writing. Something, Kojima.
You mean one of his other friends?
Yeah. Yeah, I now recognize most of the people in the opening credits. And I feel oh great, now we can see these characters do things.
I skipped the opening credits for 3 of these 4 episodes.
Yeah, same. I watched it for the one and then I was nah, I'm done with that.
I fucked with that opening so hard.
Yeah, that's on Rips,
So I listen to it every time.
What characters in the opening credits don't you recognize?
Let's see. There is a man in robes and a green hat. Like a bucket hat.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that guy.
There's what looks like a stuffed lion.
Okay.
That every time I see it, I'm oh, that's going to show up eventually. I recognize that.
Existing in the...
Yeah, like being in a Hot Topic in my life, I've seen that. But it's still wow, I pretty figured the thing would have popped up really early for a mascot character, but I guess not.
So it's just the two in the opener then?
I think so. There's definitely more in the opener I don't recognize. There's a guy with a bow.
There's definitely a third. There's Bow Guy.
The Bow Guy? Okay.
Yeah, you definitely haven't met that guy yet.
He's probably next episode.
No, next episode, I watched the preview. Next episode is you meet Bucket Hat. You finally get to understand, because if you've been watching the after episode previews,
yeah, you guys watch the after episode previews where they have
I haven't.
They do next time the out of character zany things they do.
Yeah, because that character already introduced himself on accident in the end credits.
You haven't met him yet, but no, already.
But you get to meet him, and it's really interesting.
He's a fun character. Same thing with the other ones that the other three, I guess. There's the opening changes. It changes as the show goes on, right? Yeah,
no, absolutely. Okay. It's just. Honestly, all the themes in the show are really good. I really like the first one. I can understand why you don't like it. Yeah. There are definitely some better themes going along.
As long as the animation in the opening credits stays stylish as fuck. But I don't like the song, but the art is really cool.
Yeah, no, I really like this collection of episodes. I realize now, later in my life, this might be where my obsession for strong, I'm a punch it characters come from. Because, again, Chad is shown having no powers yet. He's just in a world of superheroes. He is the guy who punches things.
Y'all think after all this shit went down, you think he just walks around punching the air, trying to punch ghosts?
Just in case.
He's trying to be a gentle soul. He doesn't do that regularly.
Yeah, he only does it whenever it comes up.
Fair.
Do you learn a lot about Chad, and Chad is really fucking cool. He's not my favorite. We'll get to my favorite.
I'm sorry. You're gonna see some really
you're gonna see some cool fucking guys.
There are some really, really cool powers, some really, really cool characters, and some really, really cool fights.
I will forewarn you now. Nathan knows which part I'm talking about. There's going to be a section and a fight in which I will monopolize the shit out of this podcast to talk about.
There's one that I really enjoy that I think is underrated, but this show... While this show has its problems, it has some really, really, really good moments that make it worth watching.
There's definitely a reason it was in the big three.
Yeah.
For such a long time.
And that big reason was Chad.
He helps.
He's
really cool. He's a character you can be like, fuck yeah, Chad.
Shadow rules.
When they first introduced him, when he introduced himself to the bird, he gives an actual name. Do they ever call him anything other than Chad?
Some characters call him Sado.
Chad rules.
No, we're done with let's try that again.
So we're done with this collection of episodes. Next week we're going to be moving on to 6 through 10.
6 through 10, thank you. Yes, that was all the words I was trying to.
So we went from 20 minutes to 80 minutes, now 100 minutes. Yeah, we're not going to bump up the episode count at any point.
No. This is as high as it goes.
At some point we might go shorter just for at some point we'll watch that live action unnamed distributing service and adaptation.
Okay, that one we have to call the Netflix adaptation because there's nowhere else you can watch it.
Wait, what?
There's a live action adaptation.
Yeah.
There's a certain point in the animated movie we'll hit it. We'll watch that because it basically summarizes everything we're watching in an hour and a half.
Yeah, but we have to hit a certain point.
Be terrible.
There's also several other movies that we get to watch in our downtime.
There's some that I haven't watched, so I'm really excited to see.
Have you guys already watched the live action, or
it's on my list.
I watched a chunk of it and then fell asleep.
So we're all just waiting to watch it at the same time.
Absolutely.
So we're doing a live podcast watch.
Yo, I'd be down for that. That sounds hilarious.
Yo, that'd be real.
Yeah, we can probably do that. We can pick this table up, move in the other room.
This computer.
Kyle's girlfriend walks into the room. What are you guys doing? Don't worry about it.
Nerd shit, baby.
Close your eyes. Don't look at me.
I'm pretty sure that's a sentence I've said.
Hi, yes. Hello, Kyle's girlfriend. Would you like to join our podcast?
Just for the distance. No. All right. The big important question. Do you remember how I signed this off last time?
I don't remember. Thank you guys for listening. This is IBleach. Next week we'll have another 5 episodes. I think we all had a really good time. Bye, everybody.
Yeah, bye.
Fuck off.
Cut that out.
Please don't cut that out.
Cut that out.
I refuse to cut anything.